Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about House of M, Civil War. It's 4 issues long, written by Christos Gage, and art, oh man, I put it really far away, my cheat sheet here. Andrea Divito. Came out in 2008, sorry about that. It's 4 issues long, and it basically focuses on the rise of Magneto in the House of M parallel universe. A lot takes place in these 4 issues. Storytelling can be a little bit choppy, a little bit rushed, but Chris does a pretty good job in telling the story. That obviously it's going to focus on Magneto, one of my all-time favorite mutant characters. I was going to say villains, but no, he's always sort of tread the line. He's always been sort of a gray character, tragic. His heart is in the right place. The thing is, his methods and his arrogance sort of get in the way. So we start off the story with the death of Magneto's first daughter, that in the small town in Eastern Europe, they discovered he was a mutant. They went to his house and tried to burn it down. He wasn't there, but sadly his daughter was. She dies. His first wife sees because obviously Magneto flips out, kills everyone in the town. She freaks out. She makes a run for it. She's pregnant with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I don't care about that. The retcon they did a while back. They're still Magneto's kids. Way back in the early days, Magneto starting to fight for mutant kind. It seems that in this reality, Xavier didn't form the X-Men. The original lineup as we know it. That's like one big difference from the start. Here we have Bolivar Trask. He's presented the United States government with the creation of the Sentinels. So right off the bat, Magneto's having to deal with these gigantic robots that I really have a soft spot for these bad guys. I just love seeing, be it Magneto, Wolverine, any character just tearing into these giant robots. It's always a lot of fun. So in one of these confrontations with the Sentinel, Magneto is approached by Apocalypse. He offers him an alliance. He's like, we have the same focus. We're going to fight for mutant kind, defend them against humans, but devil's in the detail, because Apocalypse is very focused on the survival of the fittest. He really wants to stomp out mankind. He considers them to be weak, and this is going to lead to a confrontation between both characters further down the line, which it's pretty short but awesome battle between Apocalypse and Magneto. Magneto feels like Apocalypse crossed the line, and Apocalypse is insanely overpowered as a character, but Magneto uses his smarts, pretty much fries Apocalypse's brain. He survives, but from this point on, he tells Apocalypse, now you're going to serve me because I've showed in front of all these people I'm stronger than you. In this whole story, we're going to see Magneto being hounded by Sentinels left and right, but he's going to gain more and more followers because he doesn't have a cult. But the thing is, mutants are joining his cause. He's pretty much amassing an army. In the United States, they're creating concentration camps for mutants that obviously are being overseen by Sentinels. Magneto starts going to these places, liberating more and more mutants. Makes friends with Charles Xavier. They obviously have difference in opinion of how they have to carry themselves, their opinions about humanity, about peaceful coexistence, so on and so forth. But Magneto presents Xavier with a mutate, one of these mutant slaves in Genosha, because Magneto is telling Xavier, so we have to make a move against this country. Xavier's like, no, we have to give peace a chance. We have to see how we can resolve it, until he enters the mutate's mind and sees all the horrible atrocities that's going down in Genosha. And he reluctantly says, yeah, go for it. So Magneto and his troops attack Genosha. Basically, their economy depends on mutant slave labor. We have the Red Guard are there to defend Genosha, being led by Black Widow. So we get a pretty epic battle between the mutants and the Red Guard. But at one moment of the battle, Magneto's just tired. He threatens to drop a mountain on the main Genoshan city. And basically, that's how Magneto becomes the head of state of Genosha. So, as the story progresses, he starts meeting up with the other Marvel heads of state, Black Bolt, Namor, Black Panther, and it's the writing here is pretty good because Magneto is really arrogant and his ego is pretty big, and with dealing with these heads of state, sort of rubs him the wrong way. The diplomatic life isn't his thing. Also, he recruits Sabretooth as for being his hitman, for being his assassin. United States government wants to take Magneto down. We have the Winter Soldier, who's the Captain America. Nuke and Mimic are the ones commended with this task. So they start their assault on Genosha, and here's where we get a really good part in this story. First, Bucky Barnes is able to take down Sabretooth in a really awesome way. And when I covered the House of M video, talked about that Xavier was gone. No one knew where he was. He seemingly had died. Here we discovered that Winter Soldier is the one that killed him. But the dialogue between Winter Soldier and Xavier is really good. Like, in what moment Xavier tells Winter Soldier, "Man, I really idolized you as a kid. You were my hero." Winter Soldier pretty much flips out and straight up kills him. This leads to Magneto. Also, Nuke tries to kill Scarlet Witch, and Scarlet Witch tells Nuke, "It's like, I gave you everything you wanted in this reality, and you still screw up." And sort of that's the big motif of the House of M, that Scarlet Witch really wanted to give each of these characters what they wanted, a ideal life, or what they felt that they needed. Everything seemed to go wrong. So Xavier uses Captain America's shield to directly just chop off. He decapitates the Winter Soldier. Magneto declares an all-out war against the United States government. It's sort of weird because they call this thing a civil war, but it's really not a civil war. It's Genosha going to war against the United States. The final battle is pretty awesome because what we see is the other heads of state, like Black Bolt, sort of falling in the line and teaming up with Magneto because it starts seeing that the U.S. government is going to be a liability and a danger with the use of Sentinels and stuff like that. So the final battle is pretty cool. We get the big reveal that Carol Danvers is Xavier's sleeper agent within S.H.I.E.L.D. So we have Captain Marvel joining forces with Magneto. So I'm gonna leave this video here. This is, as I said before, the storytelling is pretty rushed. It's choppy. A lot goes down in these issues. I feel like they could have gone for a 6-issue miniseries instead of a 4. But it's a real fun read, especially if you're into Magneto. So hope you like this video. See you guys next time. Bye.